Hello, my name is Kelly McCown. I'm the teacher, author, and owner of Teaching Math and More LLC. Today on the Teaching Math and More channel, we are talking about math test anxiety and how to help your students in your classroom to have less testing anxiety. It is part of our math test prep series that will give you tips, strategies, and resources to develop a math test plan to meet the needs of all your students. You will learn how to help your students earn higher scores this year. The purpose of this video series is to help you, the math teacher, do less work doing the wrong things by instead using the best strategies for test prep to help your students earn higher results in math. Now, grab your video notes. Today we are on page 6. If you don't have the notes, you can grab them in the description of this video. Math test anxiety can be a very real thing for students. When a student is struggling with math test anxiety, they have an unease and a nervousness about a math test that will in turn lower their score. It creates a mental block for these students and leads to inadequate test preparation. The concern and worry over the original math problem leads to apprehension and negative self-talk for students. There are many things that students can do before a test to calm their nerves and eliminate this math test anxiety. Trying one or two of these test prep techniques can lower math test anxiety of students. When students are able to not worry or be nervous about the math test, they will perform better on the test. Top technique number 1 is to be positive. Students need to think positive thoughts about themselves. Work on a math growth mindset activity with your students. Help encourage math growth mindset in your students. Encouraging quotes with your kids like, "I can learn anything I want to," or "I don't know that yet." Math confidence for students is key to creating a math mindset for testing. Help grow your students' math confidence to overcome their test anxiety. Top technique number 2 is reading books about taking tests. Reading about math test anxiety is helpful for students to see how other students may struggle and deal with math anxiety too. The Big Test is a book about how Mrs. Hartwell prepares her class to take the big test. She teaches them all the test-taking skills, and then she realizes that she forgot to teach the most important one. It's a great read for students during test-taking season. The affiliate link to the book is included in the description of this video. Top technique number 3 is preparing for the test. The simplest tip to not having math test anxiety is to prepare. Students want to know what is on the test, how to take the test, and what to expect on testing day. They want to earn the highest possible grade too. Instruction and preparation for the math test is key. With proper preparations, students will feel better, they will have less concern, and they will not be nervous about the math test. In the last video, we talked about the 3 parts of math test prep. 1, plan, having a plan for math test prep. 2, practicing often before the math test. And 3, evaluating, preparing with a practice math test. You are preparing for the test. What tips will help your students have less anxiety? First, involving their parents and guardians in the process. Send a letter home to parents with ways they can help support their child. The parent letter is on page 18 of your video notes that you can send home. Second, you could send a positive note to your students on testing day from you, their teacher. This positive note encourages students that they will do great on the test and that you're proud of them. The positive notes are on page 19 and 20 of your video notes. If you don't have the notes, you can grab them in the description of this video. Third, using words of affirmation in class to communicate with students that they are smart. They can show proficiency on the math test, and they are ready to show what they know on the test. Lastly, in-class practice and preparation goes a long way. Make sure you have a plan in place for how you will prep your students in class. Let them know what's on the test, what testing day is like, and reiterate that they will do great. Continue to build math confidence every day leading up to the testing day. There is a solution to the problem of how to help students with test anxiety. The solution is threefold to learn the strategies of math test prep. Try teaching with a plan in place, to practice grade level math skills, and evaluate your students' skills before testing day to ensure success. Grab the guide to math test prep notes for this series today. It's a 5-part video series about how to prep for the end of year math test. Each quick 6-minute video will give you tips, strategies, resources to develop a math test plan to meet the needs of all your students. Learn how to help your students earn higher scores this year. Included are the on-demand video notes, testing letter to kids, and list of practice tools, vocabulary card templates, set of word problems for practice, data tracker, and more. Get clear on how to help your students ace the math test this year. For more information about the Math Test Prep video series, be sure to check out the description of this video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel, and we'll see you next time for part 2 of the Math Test Prep series.